And,
No, I'm not trying to make light of it. I mean, that's just the way it is.
yeah, that's just the way it is.
There is a pecking order in the animal kingdom, like it or not.
Yeah.
It's just the way it
not
is.
everything is all sunshine and rainbows. You know, don't be that guy who's like,
More gumdrops.
You don't be that dude. Don't be that dude.
Don't be that dude.
No. There's a particular dude that you don't want to be.
No.
Don't be that dude who's like, I desperately want to feed myself to the Alaskan polar bears if it wasn't for the fact that an airline trip to the Arctic was so detrimental to the environment. Don't be that guy.
I dreamed to be a polar bear turd. No.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
There actually was that guy.
I don't doubt it.
No. Back when we were living on the West Coast, there was like this documentary about some dude.
Oh, that guy.
That ass clown. This dude was, what was it, Alaska? He went to Alaska with his girlfriend.
Somewhere up there.
Yeah, he went to...
Mr. Bear.
Exactly.
Smacking these big grizzlies in the snout.
Yeah, because for some reason he got in his head where, be it how he was raised, be it some sort of mental disorder, but he somehow got it in his head that animals operated on the same intellectual capacity as you and me.
Obviously.
And, hey, guess what? They don't.
No, they don't.
It's like Joe Rogan said, no, they're too fucking dumb to farm. That's what's up. That's exactly up.
No, that was an experience watching that documentary.
Oh, I bet it blew your mind. The fact that someone like that existed.
I knew it was a white guy.
Yes,
you know.
and it was.
And it was. That might segue into kind of what I'm.
Oh, perfect.
Well, let's explore this guy that was eaten by a bear. He obviously was raised in an environment that
clearly
was a little off kilter.
How off kilter are we talking? Because I never
tell me the wisdom of somebody that thinks it's an okay idea to go hang out with and slap around freaking Kodiak bears, like the largest. It's the largest It is the largest land predator on the North American continent.
A Kodiak bear.
A Kodiak bear.
Like,
And as far as I know, in this entire hemisphere,
yeah,
it is the largest
land-based
predator.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's not just land-based predator. As far as my understanding,
land-based as far as like being native. Still having technical difficulties.
Still having some technical difficulties here.
Maybe we need a new J screw.
It just needs to be
tightened. Oh God, I hope the post editing will filter all this ruffling out. Or actually, maybe it's SMR time. Maybe it's time for the SMR. You're being lulled into this nice, tender sleep. You're gonna have some good dreams. Don't be like those asshats that like to watch Rick and Morty and take it too fucking seriously. Don't be like that. Is that what you want to be known for in your life? You want to be known for being an asshat that listens to Rick and Morty and thinks it's the greatest thing since Leonardo da Vinci? Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that gets eaten by bears.
Oh.
Are you good? Is ASMR time over? I was improv that like a mother... Okay. That has to turn into a highlight.
Sure.
I know we don't do highlights super duper often, but that, I feel, is one.
We'll go dig a bunch out one day.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's plenty.
Oh, there is plenty.
No, but people, Kodiak bear. In other words, and Kodiak bears also do something that no other predator that I'm aware of will actually do, and that includes black bears and polar bears and
brown bears,
various
other species of bear,
Russian bears. You commie bastards.
Give me the vodka, motherfucker.
And that is it's called a Kodiak war party. They will actually gather 2 or more and actually hunt human beings.
So not only are they man eaters, they're they have the capacity to be pack animals too.
Well, yeah, they do have the capacity to be pack animals, but what I'm saying is they will under certain circumstances, is my understanding.
Under certain circumstances,
I have come across material that suggested that they actually will gather and hunt a human being.
Huh.
And that is something that is...
What, kind of like in the movie The Edge?
Kind of.
Except that was just one bear.
You just had one bear.
One bear who, what was that bear's name? That's a well-known bear.
It was probably Bert.
Bert the bear.
Bert the bear.
Yeah, back, like, prior to CGI, anytime more than likely, if you ever see an old movie from the early 2000s to 90s to 80s,
to 80s,
if they had an actual bear on set, it was probably Bert.
It was probably Bert.
Who in real life, he probably was a sweetheart. I think The Edge was
obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. You don't have a long career like that by being a man-eater on set.
No. I'm sure Bert the bear was a sweetheart.
Yeah. No,
I think that movie, The Edge, was like the last movie
in this,
Bert did.
All right, John Candy, in this scene right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, right before the bear begins to eat your ass, we're going to bring in Brad over here, and Brad's going to take the hit for you. All right. Ready? All right. Places, everyone. No. No, he obviously was a sweetheart.
Yeah. But
this cat had
this dude.
This
crazy mother.
You know, people can chalk it up to and I'm sure they've tried. You know, I'm sure if some type of psychological some type of psychological conditional name has been applied to him, obviously.
Yeah, clearly. And we're not disregarding that.
No, I'm not minimizing that at all.
No.
Okay.
No.
Although
it seems
I think it's highly possible that he grew up with a narrative that ultimately did not serve him.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's immoral or moral. I'm just saying that
it clearly didn't work.
I can't imagine raising my kid with the thought of, oh, hey, one day I hope you'll be a bear turd.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but somewhere in there, something was suggested to him, and pretty heavily in a very strong foundation.
Sure.
It's like these people that have problems watching these wildlife films where one animal hunts, attacks, and eats
another
animal, and they're so sad. That's so terrible.
That's nature.
That's just nature.
Okay. Yeah. There's a reason.
The sun rises in the east and it sets in the west, and then
the moon pops up.
And then the moon pops out most of the time.
Yeah, and it changes its face a lot.
And that's just the way it is.
It's not good or bad.
It's not good or bad. It's just, you know, hey.
You know?
This
small segue.
Yeah.
Based on that whole thing of, a lion going out and eating a gazelle. That's not good or bad, it's just how it is.
It's just how it is.
Whatever.
In other words, okay, all right. The foundational the foundational understanding of his existence was flawed. I submit to the listener. Okay, don't talk to me about. See, I grew up with Jane Goodall.
Yes.
Who
she didn't get eaten.
Who slowly learned the behavior of the apes that she was interacting with.
Yeah.
And endeared herself in a manner that made her a part of the tribe.
But here's the thing: she did it slowly.
She did it.
She didn't just hop in there and say, "Hey, I'm one of y'all."
Right.
Within like 3 days.
What he didn't understand, and what a lot of people don't understand about this guy's interaction with these Kodiak bears, is that his behavior was so outside their norm.
Yeah.
As long as they were a stable society, he got away with it.
Yeah.
But then a particular harsh winter came, and food sources dried up. And
so
and then it was actually a rogue bear. It was it wasn't one of the group that I don't know what a collection of bears is called. It's not a herd or dinner time.
A death of bears.
A death of bears.
That's my
Actually,
guess.
one individual bear would technically be considered the death of bear. That third bowl of porridge, just right.
Precisely.
But it's no. I mean, so when food sources were plentiful,
the bears tolerated
it, and then he misunderstood. Obviously,
yeah.
He misunderstood what made his interaction with these bears functional.
Which was the fact they were not going to eat him.
That they were not going to eat him. They all had full bellies, and they just kind of tolerated him as an intrusion to their little society.
Yeah, this screeching California boy.
And then a particular harsh cycle arrived in the environment. I'm assuming it was a fall or a winter or something. And then a bear from outside his influence or interaction arrived on the scene.
And he's like, "Hey."
And what he didn't realize, what he thought was him specifically, individually, had been more of an environmental situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this bear was hungry, and this bear was not like these other bears had grown tolerant of his activity when times were good.
Yes, but this particular rogue bear just kind of...
But this rogue bear didn't know anything about him. And
he just saw food.
Right. And it came down to it that, and I'm sure, I can't even imagine what the actual, as far as I know, they have it on tape.
Oh.
They at least have the soundtrack.
Oh, well, that's
this bear turning on him and killing him.
Oh, that's just perfect.
And eating him. And the girlfriend is somewhere in there too.
Yeah, of course.
You can hear her screaming in the background.
Yeah, that's what I need to complete my vinyl collection right there. Dude and girlfriend getting mauled to death and eaten by a bear. I want that on vinyl right now.
Okay.
Jesus. That's just perfect.
So